What's up, fellow lords of gaming, and welcome back to the channel. So we're jumping in with Marvel Rivals Season 3, The Abyss Awakens, the Dev Vision Volume 7. And we're taking a look at what they've got coming for us on July 11th. And it's quite a bit, to be honest with you. I was surprised at how much they announced. Now, we did get in the previous season, you know, the idea that this was happening and that we were going to get the symbiotes. But I'm kind of happy with what we're getting. The trailer that they basically showed off was Hela and, you know, teaming up with Null and basically becoming his goddess of death, which is what she's already is, the symbiote goddess of death, and her costume looks pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they're gonna integrate this into the storyline. But in order to battle these people, they've announced two new characters that are basically coming. One of them we kind of knew was coming already, and then the other one, you know, I think many people knew, but I think we're excited to see. So Jean Grey is joining us. She's going to be a ranged duelist, and she's going to have an ultimate form, Phoenix Force, where she's going to basically get to merge. And I think that's a really cool look for her overall. I'm dying to see what her complete skill chain looks like, because I think she's going to be probably one of the more anticipated ones. She's got a team up that I think a lot of people are going to be excited about as well. They also talked about Blade, but we didn't get a really good look at what he's bringing to the table. But if it's keeping, I've seen leaks where it's supposed to be that he's going to be a DPS character, but so far it's been basically like healer DPS tanks. So I'm wondering if we're gonna basically continue that trend and maybe he's gonna be a tank. I would love it if Blade was a tank style DPS character. It would make my day. It would 100% make my day. You'll see a lot of gameplay if that's gonna happen. He'll be a main. Regardless, I'm going to get that character to Lord status. But if he becomes a tank DPS type character, he will be my main 100%. So Blade is there. Next up, they talked about the brand new team up pairings that are basically coming. Number one was Primal Flame. The Phoenix is going to empower Wolverine, so when he uses his Feral Leap, he's going to be on fire, and that fire will affect enemies around him. But even more so, it's going to give him lifesteal when he does his attacks. I don't think he needed that as is, but this is definitely going to make him a more powerful character. Next up, they talked about Ever Burning Bond, which is going to be a Human Torch and Spider-Man team up. So essentially, Spider-Man's web tracers, they're going to be burn tracers that he basically gets to shoot for like his get over here with the burn effect on them. So that's really cool as well. Then they talk about updating some of the team ups. So Symbiote Shenanigans, which currently features Venom and our everybody loves him Jeff, is going to get an update. So Hela's going to join him, and when she basically drops her ball, that is going to shoot out tendrils as well to slowly pull and chain enemies together. Squirrel Girl is going to join Stark Protocol, so she'll get a nanotech glove from Iron Man, and that'll allow her to shoot out a homing flying squirrel. I don't think Squirrel Girl needed any more power-ups, but this should be funny enough to see. They said it doesn't last that long, so we'll have to see how that comes. Next up, they talked about retiring two other team-ups, and that's going to be the Storming Ignition and then the ESU alums. So those are going away. So you know, look at those as how you want to. I don't think they were very popular ones in the first place, but yeah, they're going away. Then we got some conversation about hero balance adjustments as well, and some of these kind of surprised me. Number one, the Thing surprised me the most. He's basically going to get a new jump skill. What I like about Thing getting a new jump skill though is that essentially is showing the devs a willingness similar to like Thor, where they're willing to tweak character kits more than just giving enhancements for like powers here and there, so that way we keep the characters feeling new and fresh. Thing getting a jump ability now where he's going to be able to attack enemies in air and do his punch while he's in air is absolutely phenomenal. Venom is going to receive a bit of a buff. Namor is going to receive a buff. Mantis was specifically called out. She's going to receive a buff because they wanted to stop having her so tied to Adam Warlock. Then we got Invisible Woman. She's going to have better healing as well. Scarlet Witch is going to get a buff to her ultimate ability. That's kind of cool because they did show Scarlet Witch, like you saw, having the ultimate ability. Like it was like this new weird like I don't know, animation that's going to happen that's visible to you, not visible to the other players, but she was featured for this like animation buff that's going to happen. They are, however, nerfing some characters. Some of them I'm happy about, some of them I'm not happy about. Emma Frost is receiving a nerf. I've already lorded her, so I'm not too pissed off, but I am pissed off because I like the character. Iron Man is getting a nerf as well. Punisher, because of his turrets and his ultimate ability, he's receiving a nerf. Thank the heavens. Mr. Fantastic is getting a nerf to his survivability while he's in his flated state. Loki's receiving a bit of nerf to his ultimate ability, and Ultron is receiving slight adjustments because he's just wrecking all sorts of havoc since he's been introduced, so that'll be good as well. They're also changing some of the team ups as well. So essentially what they talked about was Guardian Revival is going to get toned down a little bit, and then Mantis is, like I said already, is getting some of those independent enhancements as well. So we'll have to look out for those. Next up, let's talk about the new competitive mode that's going to be arriving with the season 3.5. They didn't go into a whole lot of detail, but I'm hopeful in what they're bringing, so we'll have to see. And then they have a first offline tournament that they're planning to come to the system, coming to the game as well. So that's kind of cool. Next up, they talked about some of the customization overhauls for your characters. The biggest one is being able to select any of the MVP animations for any costume you have. Currently, they're locked in. Like if I choose one specific costume, then that costume is going to basically be locked into that animation. That kind of sucks because there's some animations I like better than the others, but I like the costume more these. So they're going to unremove those, and now you can choose whatever costumes and backgrounds that you wanted. They also talked about the accessory system, where 9 heroes are going to get unlockable accessories. So they showed one inside here where Jeff essentially had like a Deadpool ring or something like that on his tail. That was kind of cool overall. They announced that there's going to be new chroma variants and color choices, as well as ultimate VFX for the select skins. Like I said, they showed that with Scarlet Witch, so that was really cool. That is going to be introduced, and you're going to be able to unlock those by gaining some of the new currencies, which is called unstable molecules. I've seen unstable molecules in plenty of Marvel's games, so this is pretty leaning into a lot of the old, like, you know, Marvel games development that they have there. Next up, they talked about some of the quality of life improvements that are coming to the game. So number one, weekly missions will be persistent until the season end. So they're going to have new season-long missions that are basically going to be added. They're going to add a new navigation system to streamline the way battle passes, missions, and events are happening, so it's easier. They're going to talk about having Discord integration, so it's enable in-game chat and friendly visibility even when you're offline. They talked about the technical fix that they did with the 576.80 NVIDIA to stop the GPU crashes. I have noticed less crashing, but I was noticing before then when they just had the optimization check for it, for the shaders and stuff like that. So they also talked about the Battle Pass. It's going to be the same price and content, but it's going to grant more chrono tokens faster because they're reducing the length of the season times, which is just good overall to us. I think one of the things that really kind of left season 2 the way it was the length of the season and how little came over across of that season. So then they talked about the skins and visuals, some of the season 3 cosmetic lineups that are coming, basically Emma Frost, Rocket Raccoon, Squirrel Girl. These are going to be inside the Battle Pass, and then Storm is going to be as a free skin. I've seen little like leaks about Storm being basically free, and from what it looks like, Storm is going to have her symbiote uniform as free. I won't switch from the Storm uniform that I have now because the Storm uniform that they recently released is just everything to me. I love it. It's just amazing. I've been working on slowly getting her to Lord status as well because I don't really play DPS, but I've been playing her a little bit more. I'm really excited about what bringing the Phoenix Force to the game. Like, we've already seen Moon Knight get the Phoenix Force, as well as the symbiote. If you've read Marvel Comics, and you basically have seen what they've done with the Phoenix Force and the symbiote, basically going rip large to a lot of the different characters, so it's really cool. Right now on the screen you can see the Primal Flame team up with Wolverine and Phoenix, and you see like him basically having that Phoenix Force basically attached to him and doing damage, and then he's also life stealing. So I think there's a lot of stuff that they are going to basically do. I'm dying to see some of the characters basically get uniforms, either their Phoenix Force counterpart counterparts. Like I would love to see Namor get his Phoenix Force uniform. I would love to see Magic get her Phoenix Force uniform. I would love to see some of these symbiote type variants. If you remember and you read the comics when that happened and Noel basically battled the entire MCU, or it's not MCU, excuse me, the Marvel Comics universe, it was just badass. So I'm really looking forward to some of those to see how they shake up the meta, how they make it look a little bit more fresh, and you know, bring season 3 a little bit more to get players back into the game with season 3, because I think they lost quite a few players with season 2 and 2.5. I think it was a stretch season, and I think it was just like, you know, the changes didn't feel quite right. And to be perfectly honest, I think it was just a bad timing for the game in terms of school letting out and having those things. So we'll see ultimately how all those things plan out, but I'm really looking forward to season 3. Really can't wait for season 3.5 so we can get Blade in the game finally. I mean, Jesus, guys. Like, also, I like, devs, can we get some of these villains already? Like, I want to play as Null. I want to play as Doom. I want to play as some of these damn villains. So introduce them to the damn game, because I want to play as them already. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit a like, hit a subscribe, and leave a comment section below. Join me over on Twitch when I'm streaming Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sundays, usually in the evening if you want to stop by. And sometimes I just jump on and I'll start streaming anyways. Right now I'm kind of playing a multitude of games, whether it's BDO, whether it's Dune Awakening, whether it's Marvel Rivals, whether it's Dragon's Dogma 2, and I might even start playing some Once Human, because I've seen some of the changes that are basically coming to that as well. So you might see me back inside there and streaming some of that content. And until next time, guys, peace.